Whatever Night Wingham said, I freaking wasn't there. That wasn't me, and my wife can prove it.
That's funny because I thought it was your wife that said that you were there.
I hate that face. Can you burn that face? Seriously, it's a new decade. It's a new freaking...
Oh, it's a new decade. And I, as of next week, will have...
I hate you. I hate you.
Yeah,
I hate you.
A surprise for the audience.
The face has been upgraded several times over.
Anyway, what's going on, everybody out there? It's Thursday night, and you know what that means. That means we're here once again and live on YouTube for your enjoyment. And already we've got the back and forth with our good friend Nightwing and Starscream. But anyway, if you're watching us here live on YouTube, make sure you pop into our live chat where you can be part of the show. We always interact with our audience. We love our audience, and it makes the show. We do, and it makes the show. We tolerate them. Well, at any rate, it makes the show a whole hell of a lot of fun. If you're watching this here and you're not already, make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you ring that notification bell so you can see when we go live with additional content. I still want to talk about the Sonic movie. We've been going pretty steady.
I haven't watched it.
I know. You need to see
I'll go
it.
this weekend. I'm going to go this weekend.
Dude, I still haven't even seen Star Wars. Don't even clue me in on Sonic.
No, I mean, you're behind the times.
So it's going to be on Blu-ray in like a month, so you're good.
Half of our audience is here on the show.
Anyway, we all know T-Man's not going to see it. It's not a Nintendo It's not a Nintendo-based franchise.
It doesn't have to be a Nintendo property. But at any
Sonic
rate,
on Smash Brothers, so
he is.
Sonic.
See, there you go. There's synergy there. Anyway. Make sure you ring that notification bell so you can see when we come out with our B-sides. I think you guys still owe a Picard episode.
What do you mean? It was phenomenal. Didn't you see it? It was amazing.
The best Picard episode we ever had, yeah. When we sit down to do the one, we'll probably just do back-to-back.
Anyway, joining me tonight is the unusual cast of characters, with the exception of one, Joe Crab. I guess he's having a fantabulous emancipation something or other.
He's sick.
Actually, his stomach is getting emancipated right now.
Oh, okay. So the fantabulous emancipation of Joe's stomach contents.
That's true.
Also known as the Birds of Prey. And joining us tonight is a very special guest, friend of the show, and new proprietor of Nate's Toys and Collectibles, Mr. Nathan Simmons. Always a pleasure to have you, sir.
Hey.
They're all cheering behind their desks, their computer screens. I can hear them, so don't worry about
it. And of course, before we get started, two more things. One, if you haven't already, you got to kielbasa slam that like button. And two, go on to the Teespring site and visit the Fap Shop. Buy our shirts. I believe
except that one. Don't buy that one.
No, it's actually gone.
Oh, thank God. Yeah,
I don't know where it went. I asked Joe about it today. I was like, "Did you take it down?"
He's got to rework the image. It said it's not 100% to his liking. He's a professional.
But yeah, make sure you pop into the Teespring shirt. Buy yourself a figure action shirt. They come in all shapes, sizes, and hoodies from men's to women's. It helps the show out, helps keep us afloat, and you'll look good doing it. Anyway,
unless you look like shit to begin with, then you'll only
well, hey, I mean, I can only do so much.
We know.
All right. Anyway, let's see how everybody's doing tonight. Starting off with our guest, Nate. Nate, how the hell are you doing? And thank you for hopping on tonight.
Thank you for being a friend.
Thank you guys. No haul for him. If he does a haul, we'll
go down that rabbit hole yet.
Nate, I'm gonna have to concur at T. I mean, if you do your haul, we'll probably be here all night.
So I bought a company.
It's not that bad. It's just gonna take a little bit.
Now, Nate, I see some boxes there in the background of your shot. Is that like your haul, your personal haul, or is that part of the shop?
Mixture. It's a mixture of both.
Oh, okay. Just curious.
Yeah, but that stuff I've not even opened yet. So I've got some stuff to show you that I got within the last week. So
just don't forget the rule number one of a dealer. Don't get high on your own supply.
Exactly.
Is that that's NECA pinhead?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I sell. It is the NECA pinhead. Yeah, it's really good, but man, it takes like 2 seconds. I've already broken off 2 of the pegs off of its head and had to super glue them back on.
Oh, Jesus.
That's a new record for that's even for NECA.
But it's NECA, so I don't have high expectations. Now, I'm really late to the game, but I finally got this guy. This, by far, is probably my favorite Mezco in my collection right now. Just the sheer stuff. Now, I will say, sometimes it is a pain in the ass to put the arms through the coat and get it, because I dumbly put the hands on, and then once I realized, hey, just take the hands off and then put it through, it wasn't so bad. And yes, T, I did watch your video a long time ago when you got it. And then I ended up getting. You did, and I remembered that as I was trying to do it. So I got the Mezco PX Batman, the blue Neil Adams version.
Cool.
I'd had this before, but mine was messed up. So I ended up getting it a second one because I'm a Neil Adams fan, so I had to have it. I got some older stuff that I used to have, but due to circumstances before, I had to go get him again. I got him and Star Saber, and I got those on a freaking amazing deal of $200 for both of them.
That is an amazing deal.
Yep.
The Star Saber has diecast?
Yeah. No, that is the thing with maybe a little bit in the jet thing that's in his chest, but
those
the rest of it's plastic.
Turbines are die-cast, I think. The exhaust port tips on them.
Yeah, but I mean, there's really no good weight to it. That's why the damn ankle, everything messes up.
You get that KFC
and then,
joint replacement.
Yep, I got those. I've already put them on it. And I finally got mine. My diet. Well, you guys know I had the one that was messed up and I had to send it back. So once I sent it back, I finally got a replacement. And this was $250 versus $300 and something. And that was courtesy of the good old boys on Robot Japan, because they told me about an Amazon warehouse deal on it, and the box was completely jacked up, but the figure itself was fine. And I can give two rats' asses about the box as long as the figure's good.
That's a dicey thing, though, getting warehouse deals. You never know if you're going to get them.
Well, and that's why I was kind of worried, because another guy had bought a GX 71 Gold Lion, and he ended up getting a plastic Voltron from like Tuesday morning thrown inside the box.
Shit.
So, no shit.
So yeah, that didn't go over so well.
No.
So I could see why people would get irritated. So that's the first time I've ever bought from the warehouse. So I was the same skeptical as everybody else. And then from TJ, I ended up buying this guy, and it is the Macross VF4G from the old PlayStation VFX game. You guys remember that game? And then I got the DX Chigokin VF1J Macross Valkyrie. So I had to have these for the collection, get them back in there. So
was that an arm or a leg?
Huh?
Was that an arm or a leg?
Well, it transforms into a Valkyrie. So, like,
I mean, did it cost an arm or a leg?
They cost an arm and a leg.
No, I have people in Japan that go get stuff for me. So I don't pay overpriced things. And then last thing, I finally got it. The Optimus. I haven't had a chance to open it yet.
Yeah,
Got him and the African. So and that's all the Earthrise I've found in my town. We haven't had the Deluxes, the
no Astro Train,
Battle Masters, or the Micromasters yet, or the Voyagers.
I've only seen the Deluxes twice. I saw Ironworks and Wheeljack, and then I saw the leaders just a couple days ago, and Astro Train and Prime. That's it.
I ain't seen shit.
I only saw that one wave.
You saw Micromasters in your video. I just watched it today.
That don't count.
I missed a Prime in North Carolina, but that was about due to this stupid sale. But.
You missed a Prime and you liked it.
Now you got to open it.
Sportimus says he could never get his hands on that VF04.
It's just the one that got away.
This one here is one of the most rarest Macross items out there.
Don't drop it.
To find. Oh yeah.
Stay friends with Nate. Stay friends with Nate. It might be on sale.
Negative. There are certain things I do not sell, and you guys know that. That is not for sale.
Stay friends with Nate.
Hey, 30.
Yeah, so it seems like Earthrise is really spotty right now.
I
mean, I really want to find. I think Grapple is the one I want to find the most, though. After seeing some of the pictures of the in-hand pictures of Starscream, I really want him too.
You need Cliff Jumper. You really need Cliff Jumper.
Cliff Jumper.
I bet next month they're going to be
everywhere, and then
in Walmart like crazy.
Yeah, and then T-Man's Toy Hunts are going to boil down to, and we got Earthrise Wave 1. I'm tired of seeing
them off
these.
the bag. He's like, nah, rummaging through.
All right, Dave. How are you doing, man?
Well, it's snowing in North Carolina.
My cousin sent me pictures from Raleigh,
which means that it's utter chaos in the streets. Tomorrow is the first day since January 29th that I am not going into my store.
Yay!
For a half inch of snow.
No, just I finally have a fucking day off.
Oh.
Forget the snow. I finally get a damn day off. But schools are canceled tomorrow.
So you don't get a day off.
So instead, I'm going to be making my award-winning chili. But the sale at work is over. I am finally freaking getting to relax a little. And if you've been following my Instagram, you saw I have completely leveled up my backdrop. Well, cats and dogs are always living together where I live. I mean, all depends what animal they're identifying with. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I didn't get much this week. But if you've been paying attention to my Instagram, at True Star Screamer, you probably saw I had the most epic shot I've ever taken with this guy, which is the McFarlane Man Who Laughs. I haven't been wanting many of these McFarlanes, but this was the one that was on my list, and this one did not disappoint on any level. I could care less about his scale.
Would you say it's no laughing matter?
Honestly, yeah. You know what? Yeah, this is a freaking epic figure. So I got this. I'm happy. I do want to get the Bloodshot that McFarlane's doing. A lot of the other stuff I can skip happily, but this one I will say is completely worth the purchase.
I can give you a link for Bloodshot.
I might want that later tonight. He just needs a chain, but I absolutely love this figure. Even with the stupid car piece, I could care less. Go on my Instagram. If you see the pictures I took, you'll know why I love this guy. So I got this. Sorry, what?
I say every time I look at him, I think I'm gonna kill those Ghostbusters.
Fuck that guy. This guy would make the Ghostbusters shit their pants. I'm sorry. So I got that, and then I only got one other thing this week, but this is something I have been wanting probably for about, how old is Kira now? She's 7. Probably about 4 years now. And Zero, you have one. And I know you've enjoyed it. Of course, I think yours may be metal. Mine's not.
Oh, God. The jokes.
Finally got my Captain America shield.
Oh, yeah, mine's not metal. Mine's a plastic one.
Okay. I have been wanting this thing for so damn long. I'm not much for the role play stuff, though. I kind of want Thor's hammer now. This, I've got this hanging on my geek room door. Just put a coat hanger back there.
Nice.
I think he's talking about your Man Who Laughs picture.
Yes, I did. Yeah.
The Batman Who Laughs. I should say, not the Man Who Laughs. The Batman Who Laughs.
Well, it's okay. I got a great. Actually, I put a video on Enter the Realm and on my regular Facebook of my daughter with this thing shouting "Avengers Assemble," because my daughter's awesome like that. But I am so happy to have this. This was totally worth waiting. And so I get a day off. I get an updated photo set. Hopefully tomorrow, after I finish all the shoveling and everything else, I'm just going to lock myself in this nerd room and fill up a memory card with pictures. And
now, I have a suggestion to throw out. While you're shoveling tomorrow in the snow, I mean, you've seen Christmas Vacation, right? And you've got what basically equates to his sled now.
I am not doing a damn thing with that shield outside.
Hey,
you need the sled on that shield.
Fuck no.
You know, people pay to have things weathered, and then you could do it naturally.
Yes, and have a fun time doing it.
You could make that a B-side. It's like weathering your Captain America shield with True Starscream. And we just see you going down the hill.
You know what? You can weather that shield of yours. You can take that shield of yours out there and weather it and show me if I should regret it.
Hey, it's like 50 degrees here in Maryland. It's weird.
Yeah, winter hasn't settled in too much here.
Okay, give yourself 2 days. It'll head up there. So maybe. I got that. I got a glass of hot sake and probably have about 2 more, and I'm left.
Nice.
All right. Well, moving along. Parts Former, how are you doing?
I'm fair.
Fun fair?
Yeah, fun fair. I'll have to go upstairs and get more drink here in a minute. But I've actually been out doing a little toy hunting. Earthrise wise, I've seen.
Earthrise wise, say that 5 times fast.
I know, right? I've seen everything but Cliff Jumper and Starscream, which are the other 2 that I'm going to buy. I wasn't planning on getting an Optimus, but when I saw him and realized that he was kind of hard to find now, I got a Optimus Gone Wild. So,
show me them titties, Optimus.
He's really good. I'm sure we'll talk about him a little bit. Those that have him in hand, sorry, T.
Have you made a Matrix Bloosh yet?
No, I haven't even gotten the Bloosh effects out yet. I still wish I had. Why doesn't someone sell the Jetfire? I don't want to buy another Jetfire. I sold my Jetfire, but I wanted the effects pieces from him. Someone just needs to sell those effects pieces, and if they do, someone needs to send me the link.
Let me check AliExpress.
Yeah, maybe. I know they sell the ones that came with the smaller guys, but I have not seen anybody selling the Jetfire ones yet.
Does Earthrise come with effects pieces? I haven't seen any of that.
The Battle Masters do.
The Battle Masters will, yeah. As far as this Prime, though, the base figure I think is excellent. I will say, and Jordan can back me up or disagree at his leisure, but I think the plastic on the Earthrise Prime is a little less substantial than the plastic on the Siege Prime.
I disagree. I think it's better.
I will say, though, too, that I'm also in that same vein. I think the plastic on the trailer is a little thin. I mean,
I'll agree with you.
Yeah, the trailer's good. It's really good looking. It's got some weird hollowness, especially for a leader class. Like, let's go back to the Titans Return stuff. Like when Hot Rod was released as a leader, or Rodimus. That figure at that size really doesn't make sense, right? I mean, he's too big. He doesn't scale with any other figures. So this, like the Shockwave and then this Prime coming out in leader class with all the extra accessories, I get that. But I don't think that this equates to the extra price point with the Optimus for the full $50. It's close. I'd have felt better paying $40, but that's just my own opinion. I'm glad to have found him. I'm happy to have bought him, but I think like Jordan's probably going to say too, if we'd have gotten a roller with it, maybe, but we didn't. So
yeah, I agree. I think that he should have come with roller, and I think that the drone piece here, it's cool that the drone piece comes off. I like that.
Yes, and doubles the jetpack. I like that.
Because you can make the argument with Astro Train. There's a lot of playability in the extra parts that he comes with, and there's arguably a bit more engineering. Whereas here you've got snap-on wheels on the trailer, and
sure. But then the Astro Train has got that extra part is not necessary for anything. Where
right.
I could argue that every piece that comes with Optimus is necessary for the character.
Holy hell! It just hit me. What if they took Cog and made another Hasbro Pulse exclusive of him painted as Roller?
I mean, I'm thinking they might do something like that, but I want a roller that will fit in the trailer.
Wouldn't Cog fit in there?
No.
Yeah, this trailer is a lot smaller than you think it is. Like this, I don't know how to equate the size.
Cliff Jumper, and that's it.
Cliff Jumper in.
Yeah. I don't have to stop it. There's Siege Prime. If you want to get how long he's just shy of the length of the trailer.
And if you want to talk like robot mode, I mean, I think this trailer could have been maybe like a third larger.
I agree, but we're guys. We always want it a little bigger.
I mean, at least even if it was made out of this plastic,
your wife might, but
I mean, even if it was made out of this plastic and it had, no roller, if it could fit deluxe size cars in there, I think that would have, for me and a lot of people, up the value a little bit. I mean,
I can help you all out. If that was a third-party add-on kit, it would be more than $20.
Yeah, but if it was a third-party add-on kit, it wouldn't be this small.
I don't know.
That's what she said.
I won't be surprised if there's a third-party trailer or a KO of the trailer that makes it a little bit bigger. Apply your own Autobot symbol, if you will. All right.
That's it for me.
All right, awesome. Well, moving on.
I bet DNA design.
You know him, you love him. Well, probably. And our audience has probably clicked on this man's videos. T-Man 978. How the hell are you doing? Looks like you got a bit of a haul going on this week.
Yeah, and I didn't even have to pay for them. Yay! But I'm selling this Bumblebee on Facebook. Selling this Bumblebee and this Bumblebee on Facebook. Yeah. And I today messed around so I could give this guy a little bit more waist rotation than he originally has planned. I filmed all the stuff, so I'll put that on YouTube eventually. But Playmates sent me these Power Player figures, which they're supposed to be for kids. For $10, they're good, and some of them are better than good. Like this Gecko Galileo. He actually has.
I think it's Galileo.
Yeah, I don't know how you pronounce that. I guess it would be Galileo, but it's Leo. Well, he has double jointed knees.
Galileo?
Possibly. And ab crunch. And it even comes with a weapon that has a feature. It shoots off in the direction that I didn't want it to. That's the feature. But yeah, they're all cool. And this thing right here even has the opening mouth and it has elbows and shoulder rotation and a wrist rotation. It doesn't even need a wrist rotation because it has a forearm rotation, but they still gave it that.
Now, when I was watching your video, I was like, man, that reminds me of an old Ghostbusters villain.
I think he's supposed to be like, this whole situation seems like Toy Story mixed with
Small Soldiers.
Small Soldiers mixed with Reboot, mixed with Captain N.
Yeah.
Sugar Bear.
This definitely looks like Small Soldiers, like mixed with
Yeah.
Duke. He even has the scar on the side of the face like Duke. It's like they didn't even try to hide it. But other than these, I got McFarlane's Batgirl, and I've had a heck of a response comment-wise, even if not view-wise, with people, everybody commenting that she's so pretty or beautiful and whatnot.
She's so pretty.
Yeah, I have a lot of horny fans. They did the same thing when I put up my review for Cara Dune. Every comment was about how thick she is. Like every single comment. I'm like, holy crap.
Now, do they use 2 C's is the question.
Some of them. But Batgirl is cool. I didn't bring her in this room. But y'all know what she looks like. And if you don't, I have a review on my channel. T-Man978. Get over there. How the hell are you, Jordan?
Oh, I thought you'd never ask. I'm doing pretty good. Actually, get to finally start my new gig next week with work, so I'm looking forward to doing that. Obviously, we've had a lot of good toy news this week, so that's been good. And we're dog sitting Lex's parents' dogs, so we got 2 dogs running through the house, so that's been a lot of fun. Yeah, I mean, I like him. It's just think the dog, like we just started yesterday watching him, so they've been really wound up and running through the house. So if you hear any like barking or stomping going on in the background, it's just two dogs that don't know it's late at night. Anyway, I got some cool stuff this week, and I guess we already know that I got Earthrise Prime. So check your targets. And BrickSeek is not working for these guys. I'm thinking about going to a Target and just hiding the Voyagers and see if the Siege Voyagers, and see if that like forces their hand into stocking me.
That will make sure they never get stocked.
If they don't see it on the shelf. But yeah, unfortunately, my Target they're not really that helpful, or I should say Targets. They're not that helpful. But hopefully I'll make a stop at the one of the Targets that's near Matt, because I've been reading on TFW that Grapple and Starscream were spotted there. So to go get new tires. Unfortunately I got to get new tires, so I'm not making that drive. I'm not going anywhere until Saturday. So we're doing a dinner movie date, and I'm like, can I run at the Target? You mind? So
don't you like roller coasters? Don't you like living on the edge?
I do.
Don't you like rolling some dice?
I do, but I don't like paying like $200 to get towed and then have emergency repairs.
Which Targets were they spotted in? Because I can always
Bel Air and Abingdon.
Abington, if you have your choice, Abington's going to be the better one to try, because the Bel Air one is centrally located, and that shit is busy all the time. I was gonna
try the White Marsh one just because it's right around the corner.
Yeah,
which is the one closest to Womack.
Yeah,
I mean they all are.
I'm saying don't go to that one.
Well, no, Kev's committed because he makes the drive out to Annapolis to go to Third Eye. So he goes there. He goes up to Sykesville for all time. The next thing I got, this is a really fun piece. I've been dabbling in the Storm collectibles, and I got Shao Woody. That's right. Creepy Woody is now the ruler of Outworld. No, I do have Shao Kahn.
He's just over here on the floor.
Yeah, he's just over here. No, I got it for the throne and the helmet. So this is how I will be displaying Woody from now. No, I'm just kidding. He's kind of neat. He's pretty neat.
I keep saying that throne is dogged for the wrong reasons. I mean, people are complaining that it feels like a dog toy, but at the same time, if that throne ever falls off your shelf, it's going to stay in break. Yeah, it's got the sculpt, it's got the paint. I don't care if it bounces.
Mine's actually not that squishy, surprisingly. I messed with Jason Lowry's a long time back at one of the previous meetups, and his was pretty squishy.
But you know what I mean? Maybe.
What's that?
Running change, maybe.
Either running change or the fact that it's like so cold right now.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
when I messed with his, it was the summertime. So,
but you get what I'm saying though with that. I mean, as long as it looks good, doesn't really matter.
Right. I agree.
Fair enough. Kev says there's nowhere safe from my buying wrath.
That's why I can't find him.
Didn't we just see? We saw a picture of a One Punch Man Geno's falling off the shelf and the thing shattered.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that happening? If that happened with that throne and that thing?
No, it's not going to go anywhere. Though his fists and Shao Kahn's fists and feet might go somewhere.
Okay, that's yeah, I'll give you that one.
I like how Dave is just casually throwing around Joe's torment. He's like, "Oh, we saw a Genos fall off the shelf." Like Joe is there crying over it now. Like
that's why I couldn't be on the show.
That's why I couldn't be on the show because he's just so beside himself.
I mentioned I love this guy.
Poor Joe.
There's a sound effect associated when stuff falls
I
off.
will tell you, I was glad at that.
You know what? I'm allowed to make fun of it because you guys watched a third of my collection fall. Watched the expression on my face as a third of my collection fell one time.
It wasn't that we watched it. We heard. I actually had a really fun toy hunt this week. To be honest, I was looking for Earthrise, but there's Targets and GameStops in vicinity of one another. It actually kind of started on Saturday. Lex and I went to go see Sonic, which I actually really recommend. It was a really fun movie.
I heard it breaks the video game movie curse.
I thought Detective Pikachu did that, to be honest with you.
I thought Mortal Kombat did that, to be honest with you.
Then Annihilation happened.
Yeah. It's just, I even enjoyed the Silent Hill movie for what it was with Sean Bean, that one.
So Resident Evil didn't make any money either?
No, Resident Evil made a ton of money. I mean, it's not the video game curse wasn't anything to do with bad with fiscal, money. It was because like the Angelina Tomb Raider movies made money.
Just bad movies.
Yeah,
that was horrible.
No, the first one was a good bad movie. The second one was a bad movie.
Yeah, that was so boring.
But speaking of good adaptations. I happened to do the GameStop right after we saw the movie, just looking for these guys, and I found Shredder.
Yeah.
I was very happy to find Shredder. So that kind of kicked off a toy hunt for me. And throughout the week, I was like, if I have Shredder, I need Splinter. And fortunately, I was able to find Splinter. And not long. Does he stink? No, actually.
Dirty rat.
Actually, he smells.
If you say minty fresh, it's
no, it's not minty fresh. He smells like dental floss.
That's almost dental floss is usually minty fresh.
Someone finally gave you a rat's ass.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Oh, hashtag.
Dave. Dave, please.
Oh, wait. He finally made it funny. And then also I was fortunate enough to find the foot soldiers. So and
you have you do have the turtles, right?
Yeah, my cousin gave those to me for my birthday last year. And the other cool thing too is I had 2 coworkers who gave me $25 gift cards. So the foot soldiers were essentially free. Well, they were essentially birthday gifts. So it kind of continues the trend of the turtles and a birthday.
So you don't have the large scale turtles, right? You don't have any of the larger ones.
No, I don't have the 1/4 scale turtles. Right.
So I've heard that the Shredder face looks
different.
Okay on the larger ones, but they didn't have the rights to the face, so they had to fudge it. Where this one I've heard is a lot closer.
Yes, apparently it's still off. I didn't look at the source material. It's probably one of NECA's best face sculpts. In all honesty, I'm just trying to get this thing off here. Now the Shredder figure itself, it is pointy as all hell.
As you would hope. For a
as you would hope.
Shredder.
But
is the cape wired?
Yeah, the cape is wired.
Is it?
Huh. Yeah.
That does that looks pretty good. I mean, for the scale, shit.
It's a semi sheer material too. which is yeah. But yeah, no, the face sculpt, it really is like one of NECA's best face sculpts, even if the likeness to the actor isn't 100%. I mean, just as looking like a miniature person, the way it's shaded, the way it's painted. I mean, it's they knocked it out of the park in my personal opinion.
Now, does it look appropriate when it falls off the shelf into the trash can?
Oh Jesus, we have to be a trash compactor, but we'll see about that.
What does a Rokisaki really look like? I mean, that's.
Well, you see it in the movie, so.
No, I know, but I mean, that's that. Yeah.
But at any rate, it makes me want to rewatch the movie, and hopefully someone will come out with like a Sam Rockwell head sculpt for the foot soldiers. So, all right. All right. Well, anyway, let me minimize myself, and let's get into talking about some cool stuff.
And just for grins, I'm keeping up to see if there's any breaking news while we're on the show.
Yes, because that thing is going on.
Yeah. Well, officially Toy Fair kicks off tomorrow.
Yeah, but the companies can't wait. They've all blown their loads early.
Look at this thumbnail.
That should be your profile picture.
Go with it. Just go
with it. Make that your Facebook profile picture. It looks like
nice. It's nicer than this thumbnail.
Jeez.
It's like a, I don't know, troll or something.
It looks like Shrek's.
Somebody wants. Never mind.
Wait a minute, I got one.
Oh God.
I don't know the words to that.
That's why I stopped. I didn't want to get too deep.
Smash Mouth, play the Shrek song.
All right. Anyway,
Shrek out Dale's name. Who the? Oh God, you guys are lucky. I'm 4 hours away.
I know, right? I'd be getting strangled right now. But fortunately, Dave isn't very tall, so he'd just be going for my waist, and then I'd be like, "Wow, this is really, really fucking awkward."
I will stare your ass down if you don't kick the chair out from under.
When you say "stare my ass down," are you gonna like look into my butt cheeks?
He is being very literal.
All right, so a couple weeks ago,
Mike Tyson's Punch-Out game.
yeah, like literally. T-Man's like riding a bike in front of him. He's like, we got to go fast in this. This is Baltimore, Dave.
Right by the harbor.
Yeah.
I don't know how to beat him. What can I do? Subscribe to the T-Man 978 YouTube channel.
Why are we doing this at night? I could be watching tour reviews. All right. Anyway. So we saw some renders. We saw some renders a couple weeks back. Not even renders, but we saw like what looked to be like a magazine scan from God knows where. Like one of those old catalog scans like we used to get. And it showed off some potential Earthrise figures. And I think at the time we all knew that they were real. But we saw Scorponok, Skylinks, and we had some discussions about them. Well, through the magic of Toy Fair previews, we can now show the full resolution pictures. We've got RC. We've got Fast Track, which is a weaponizer. I'm glad to see weaponizers are back. Scorponok, and let's
in Sky.
Yeah, let's talk about RC first, because I know there's a little bit of a controversy with Cliffjumper being a parts former, but
this is like, fuck it.
Yeah, they definitely said, we don't know what to do with this chunk of plastic, so just stand on it, motherfucker.
Technically, you could just leave it hanging off her ass.
I'm wondering if you could hang it off of her back, to be honest.
You probably can, but she's already got a substantial back. That's the thing about Cliffjumper. Cliffjumper has no backpack until you add the piece. She's starting with one.
Yeah.
But I get it. They wanted to sacrifice everything they could to make the robot mode spot on, and they nailed it. You can't argue that. I think they nailed the robot.
Yeah, but I hate to say this. I still like the
it is a parts one.
The Generations one better than this. The Chug, the previous Chug one.
She didn't have a waist swivel.
I don't care. She didn't have a freaking 2/3 of her alt mode as a accessory.
Well, they elegantly handled the problem of what do we do with this extra crap? Well, we toss it to the side.
Well, the same thing with Al C. You remember that was the upscale knockoff. Her whole back came off.
Now,
and a lot of people bought that.
One of the things that got me, 30, who's in the chat, we were talking about this. He said, "Does this remind you of Toy World / Zeta Leia, their RC?"
No.
No, because she's standing on all the reasons. They took care of that.
I mean, it's like she's like standing on the one kid.
I didn't like the design of that thing.
Now I'm kind of curious here. Like, are her wheels in the kibble? I don't think that they are.
It looks like it.
I think they're probably on. They're probably on the back.
Yeah,
I mean, I know I'm still buying the damn thing, but I'm still pissed off at it.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy this one. I like it.
Yeah, I'm just curious. Does she have ankle pivot?
Right.
Oh no.
They've made a point to add on all of the work the Cybertron guys have had, even if it didn't seem like they would. So I'm willing to bet they did not skimp on this one either.
Yeah, I don't think they skimped either.
I will say this though, and it caused me to get pissed off at Hasbro again though, because remember how the Hasbro Pulse exclusive was the Nightbird, which was just yet another repaint of that stupid mold?
Yeah.
This should have been the Nightbird repaint.
Oh, it probably will be.
They might do it.
Yeah,
He's a reoccurring character.
That'll be a repaint.
Earth mode. Yeah.
I'm just saying, but you get where I'm going with that. I mean,
I think they'll probably do like Zinnia and the Medic.
But I'm still ticked off at this. This is such lazy engineering.
I know. I say wait to see it in hand. Maybe the piece does more than act as a hoverboard. I would have liked it better if that thing like folded up a little bit differently to be a real hoverboard.
Or even unfold into swords.
Or armor pieces, shields.
Before we get off air, I wanted to point out that
I ain't getting off on that.
The design of her chest plate is sort of like the masterpiece where the shoulders come down and then the chest slopes out.
Yeah,
it's not one smooth piece like Fans Toys Rouge and probably the Generations one. I can't remember what the Generations look like.
Now, the head sculpt looks great, by the way. I will say that head sculpt.
That might be better than the masterpiece head sculpt.
Yeah.
I mean, this is just a render, though.
It's going to be close.
So, now let's look at Fast Track here. This guy looks pretty good.
Is he a real character?
Yeah.
An old character?
Yeah. He came packaged with Scorponok.
Yeah.
Oh, but now we got to buy him.
Yeah, but I mean, you had to do that for what was it, Clobber?
For Cog.
And Six Gun and
it looks just like
Brunt. Yeah.
I just looked at pictures of the G1 Fast Track. It looks identical. They did a good job.
So I'm glad to see the trend continuing where the character, we're getting the Titan, we're also getting the the side character representation on
in the same line this time.
In the same line.
That reminds me of an old Stariars toy.
And speaking of Scorponok, and also nice thing to note is the gray and the orange match up perfectly here. And
he's the best looking Titan, I think.
I agree. I agree 100% here.
He looks solid and thick. Only thing weird is those ankles.
But at least he's like, boom, he's got him, and he's got ankle pivot. It's not like we're wondering, does he have it or doesn't he? I know people were wondering that with Omega.
Yeah. That's because we haven't found Omega. City mode looks good.
Yeah. Like how they're
showing
like
smaller. I'm one. He's supposed to be at least tall as Omega Supreme, right?
Yeah, but as he should be.
Yeah. Well, he should be pretty. He should be shorter than Fort Max, but not taller than him. And Omega.
There's the cash pay. There's the money right there.
Yeah, that looks awesome. A little bit of hollowness on that tail, though. That's a little disappointing. It looks like it's just mushroom pegged on there.
Actually, I can deal with that. Those claws look good.
Yeah.
Somebody will make a filler kit for it.
Oh, and look, Xerox got posability.
Yeah, he's a void. I mean, deluxe class size.
Yeah.
Hello.
Because he has a Titan Master on top.
Oh.
They went the Fort Max route.
That's not show accurate. Never mind. Total fail.
Throw it out.
Yeah, I don't see this being a retool of Omega in any way, shape, or form. As somebody that owns Omega, I don't see any pieces on here that resemble anything on Omega.
Thought that was going to be it. But we'll know when we get it.
Yeah.
Or Zero will know because I don't know.
I will know. But yeah, I'm 110% in for this guy. I mean, this just looks amazing. Next up.
Oh, look at those cute little legs. Look at those legs.
So with Skylinks, we were concerned because the initial shots, those initial renders did not show the separation, but thankfully
he's on steroids.
Yeah, and
he has ankle look.
Yeah.
Links look great.
Links
look great.
Yeah, I even think the sky component looks good. I mean, the feet are a little suspect, but
it could also just be the posing too. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
Just be the way posed.
He's pigeon-toed.
Yeah. The initial shot that we saw, it had like all that unnecessary like silver paint going down the side of the neck, and it looked like overly stylized. This looks like right what it needs to be.
He looks goofy.
I mean, it looked goofy from day one, right?
I mean, it's like an ostrich.
Yeah. I like Mark 44. The links, though, that's the freaking payoff on that shit, man. That looks tight.
Well, it has a tail, looks like.
Yes.
Does he have
that is
two,
the best
though?
Lynx that transforms into a box that we've ever had.
I'll be really interested to see if he has two tails, but I honestly think this looks better than the MMC one.
That's what we think.
This is to the MMC what Jetfire was to the fans' toys.
Yeah.
I mean, I think this is that. I mean, that's a true improvement from the G1 series.
And I'm pretty sure here this kind of confirms Lynx has two tails. Because if you look here, that piece right there, we go here.
Yep.
That's yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's awesome. And yeah, I mean, we were a little worried that this base mode was going to, sacrifice the Lynx mode, but man, am I glad that is not the case.
This has earned the forgiveness for the Titans return for the Combiner Wars one.
Yeah. The only thing the base mode is doing to me is go back to the Lynx. His leg articulation looks a little bit wonky.
The back legs?
Yeah.
I don't know, I think it's probably going to be okay. I think it looks the same as the front legs.
Now, do you think how evil would this be if Hasbro actually sells that as two separate figures?
No, it's a commander class.
It's a commander class.
What if one of them is a commander class?
Well, then I'm not going to buy it.
Yeah, I think
that'll be huge, though.
Looking here, I don't think that they've sacrificed any articulations on the legs because I think this part here is the main event.
Yeah, I can hear his English voice.
I'm not a Dinobot. So yeah, I mean this also, I'm definitely in on.
as I said, I am very, very impressed with this one.
Look, everybody clicked like.
Yeah. Yeah,
now click share and bring your friends in.
Yeah.
Let me
But
do
yeah,
that.
Mark 44 is saying shuttle mode to be displayed with my Diaclone reboot line. Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
Ooh.
I think this guy is definitely suited to have some little vehicles in his company.
Actually, I keep mentioning the Titan's Return. Those little Titan Return vehicle weapon things look great with it.
Yeah. So, yeah, that does
I
it.
wonder if he has any hatches to put like a little small Diaclone guy in.
Well, he's got the cargo bay.
Yeah, I wonder.
It'll probably have Titan Master integration.
They could probably fit one in the cockpit. I mean, if you think about it, like the Jetfire was full of so many surprises, and I hope that they keep that. That's in keeping with Commander class. Because you look here, let's go back to like the Lynx mode. You can kind of see some panel lines.
He's not an Autobot. He's a giant chicken.
You got I almost said transclearant. Thanks, Emgo. Translucent material, in the cockpit. Yeah, I could definitely. It would be really cool if they had like some seats on those guns. But yeah, this thing. Man, I would have lost my shit. I mean, when I was a kid, the fact that it walked was amazing. But I think I would have lost my shit even more as a kid if it had the ability to interact with smaller figures, because I love those MicroMaster bases so much.
I go back to what I said. This is improved on the G1 on so many levels.
All right, so
a question before you move on though is that that's not a lot of reveals, right? Do we think there's still more in coming out?
We got at least a wave. We got half a wave 2.
Yeah.
All they showed was Snake Eyes for G.I. Joe, so please, I'm hoping they show the rest.
Yeah,
we haven't gotten there yet.
But. Yeah, we're going to talk about him, but I think that they're going to show more Unicron off. I think because as we get closer to that, they're probably going to have new features and new things for the backers. I think we might see Megatron. I think that they may show more, and hopefully more of the Decepticons that they've got coming for Earthrise.
That's what I was going to say. Is they're still shallowing up on the Decepticons?
Yeah.
You want the money shot?
Yeah, but unfortunately,
isn't good enough.
No,
unfortunately, we've got like our fair share of repaints and retools to deal with, because we're going to get Inferno. We're going to get Trailbreaker. He's already been shown.
Bumblebee.
Yeah, hopefully Bumblebee
or Windcharger.
Yeah,
it's not going to be Windcharger.
It won't be Windcharger.
My mind will be blown onto the floor if it's Windcharger. I'm like, why would they make this mold Windcharger?
If it's Windcharger, you need to dedicate an entire T-Man 9782. Dave was right.
If it is
Windcharger, go buy this guy. He's in Ross right now.
Yeah.
$4.
Not in my row.
Because you bought them all.
I honestly think they could re-release the Brawn, Outback, Trailbreaker, and Windcharger that just came out with the Combiner Wars trilogy, and they'd be absolutely fine. The Bumblebee definitely needs an update, but and Sea Spray was like one of the better ones that they came out with too, and Power Glide. It's like can you really improve upon those? Oh Jesus!
I gotta fix my Sea Spray. I lost one of his rotors on the back.
Sportimus, Sunstreaker's going to be made from Wheeljack and Nightwing up. Fuck you.
I think we'll probably see an updated Sideswipe as well. But
we're going to get repaints of Thundercracker and Skywarp, and they're going to do the Coneheads eventually.
You think they're going to make Skywarp another exclusive?
This year Thundercracker is going to be the exclusive.
Yeah.
I hope it's not Skywarp. He's always either late or the exclusive.
Yeah, hopefully a store exclusive instead of
Remember this guy?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Swerve.
He was
Yeah,
my
nice
favorite for a minute.
So this one isn't really much of a reveal per se, but there is. I do want to go over this guy real quick. So MP48, which is Leo Convoy, someone's got him in hand and provided some shots.
Yay. He's a thing. He's a thing.
Can't wait.
Well, it's interesting to note that BBTS is reporting him as delayed to June. I personally think this looks awesome.
Once they showed Tigatron, I forgot that thing exists.
I think it looks cowardly.
Y'all can be haters. I'll enjoy mine. I'll do it.
Go for it. I'm just not excited. I have never been a fan of the Leo Convoy design. I have in my collection around the corner here the sparkly version of the sparked Leo Convoy, from Japan.
Flash.
Yeah, Flash.
Yeah.
I just am not a fan of his build, of his everything about him, to be honest.
Yeah.
But did you grow up watching the cartoon or just seeing the toy?
Kimba the White. Transformers version of Kimba the White Lion.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and the reason why
I tried watching
is I never saw the original Beast Wars. All I saw was Beast Wars 2 and Beast Wars Neo because I was in Japan. So I had to go back and wait for the rest of Beast Wars to be finished up to watch it all.
I tried watching Beast Wars 2 and Neo.
Thank you, Winston.
There are things I like about Beast Wars 2 and Neo. For example, I love Magmatron. I love Magnaboss. I love Tripredicus, and I love Magmatron. Some of the 3 coolest combiner designs ever.
I like the Leo Convoy design a lot, mostly because when we had Optimus Primal and people were clamoring for more G1, I saw the design and I saw okay, Japan has their own Transformers that's going concurrently with Beast Wars, and there was always like that outsider looking in. I discovered BWTF.com, and that it's cool. It's awesome. That site's still relevant today. Shout out to Ben Yee. He does a great job keeping that site up, and he was also a consultant on Beast Wars, which is a awesome little fun fact.
I like Beast Wars because of Simon Furman working on the show. So.
Well, I mean, the thing for me was those designs were unique, and I never really got an opportunity to own them. Except, at the time I was young, and importing figures just was not really an option for me. So, the design of the toy, the original one, hasn't really aged well. So for me, it's awesome to see that there's an updated version. I guess the big news is that there's a delay going on with it. There's a lot going on with coronavirus now. We're not going to get into that, but just could be.
At least everybody's salty.
Keep Lysol.
It's interesting to see, that these figures might get pushed back. I mean, MP49 is supposed to come out in August. I don't think anybody's excited for the Nemesis Convoy. Not even I, but I'm getting it anyway because
if they did Big Convoy, that would have been kind of cool. The one that turns into a mammoth. I think that would have been
but that's part of that, right? Is that hopefully fans support this so that they go there and we get ourselves a Galvatron, a Magmatron, and a Big Convoy.
Galvatron. I don't know if I need a masterpiece dildo tank.
What was that, Nate?
Well, I was just going to say too, we're still missing a key player too. We still need a Flash recolor Leo Convoy to get.
Yeah, because Burning Convoy's coming out.
That's right.
And I'm excited for that one too. He may be delayed as well, so it's interesting. It'll be interesting to see what happens with some of these masterpiece releases in 2020. And then, I know Hasbro shifted a lot of their production to Vietnam. I didn't really bother to check to see where the Earthrise Prime was made.
Threw the box away already?
Yes, I did.
Nate's got the box in front of him.
Vietnam.
So yeah, with Earthrise, we probably shouldn't see any issues. The Leo Convoy was made in China, and then a lot of people speculate maybe some of the issues with Hound were caused because the production for Hound shifted to Vietnam. So we'll have to see what happens in the coming months. So I guess we'll move on to our next topic. This one actually sparked a little bit of controversy. So yeah, Flames Toys showed off some figures. There was surprise Twitter backlash over their Windblade.
Nice.
There can't be any Twitter backlash if you just don't look at Twitter.
Exactly. Yeah. And the thing is Flame Toys actually removed pictures of this from their official Twitter.
I had no idea that was Flames Toys, to be honest. When I saw those pictures, I thought it was like which one are making a sexy RC statue?
Night.
Yeah, big Firebird.
Yeah, Firebird. Yeah.
No.
Well,
the statue. Oh,
Prime.
Like she's wearing
Prime One Studios, I think.
Like, I didn't realize this was an actual moving figure. I thought it was a sculpture.
Yeah, and I think this figure is actually a model kit.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if she comes with that stand.
Yeah, because this is the new Flames Toys stand that we saw at TFCon at their booth.
Yeah, maybe
they're available now.
Yeah. This comes courtesy of T-Formers. Let's see here. Some cool characters.
Everybody should sign up for T-Formers. I like the portrait.
Yeah. What is my account still active there?
Yeah. They didn't get rid of you.
I haven't checked mine in 4 years, and it still worked yesterday.
I don't think I've been on there in like 15 years.
Well, all the people you didn't like are gone.
Well, we all know what they went.
Yeah,
I hope they don't change the design on this because of some vocal minority,
Yeah,
They'll forget by next week.
Because someone took a lot of time and effort to sculpt those ass cheeks. And I don't want to see their hard work be in vain. I think it should be continued. Maybe even if you're offended, maybe have separate pieces, maybe alternate ass cheeks.
Maybe they should. Maybe they should turn the other cheek.
Yeah,
they can do that.
I think the biggest challenge here is the licensed by Hasbro part, right? And I think pressure from Hasbro is going to be the biggest contender. Like when they had Nicey, which is a third party figure, that's not meant for American audiences. I mean, that's a third party thing. It's IP theft. They're making it for the Asian market. Okay, the US is offended by this, whatever. We know tons and tons of people overseas, even people that don't collect Transformers, that just collect the sexy anime type figures, that they were going to be all in on it. And the bonus is, it's an homage to a character, it's an update to a character, it's got good articulation, and it's appealing in design. So I'm with you. I hope that they don't change this. I hope that they don't give in the backlash. I mean, it's not for me, but it's in keeping with what Flames Toys is doing. And I think, again, as you mentioned, somebody put a lot of time and effort into the sculpt.
Yeah, their designs are pretty anime, so what did they expect?
You know what this actually reminds me of? Tracer from Overwatch.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
They actually got in trouble with Tracer. That's exactly what I was talking about. They actually got the same trouble with some of the poses they put her in for her original graphic art. And it's like, dude, that's what a live female looks like.
Wasn't it her celebration stance too had to be changed because she did one where she spun backwards or something like that.
Well, that was Rainbow Mika in Street Fighter. She slapped her in butt.
Well, you see, here's the thing. It's not like this character has over proportions all over.
Right. I mean, that chest is pretty small. It's not like they're exaggerating anything, really.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, it's
Yeah.
just that is a realistic proportion I've seen on a true human being.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They want her to be flat and ugly. Flat all over and ugly. Give her purple hair.
Yeah, but they can get over. If they don't want it, then don't buy it.
Exactly.
Exactly.
The irony is the people complaining about this, they can't
give a
afford it
shit.
either. I mean, I see the people on Twitter.
Well, this is
that
a
get-
model kit. This should be what?
No,
No, this is a figure.
No, it's a model kit.
It's a
Is
model kit. Yeah.
Oh, if it's a model kit, they're not changing.
No, this is a model kit.
Can we pre-order it yet, Nate?
I know. I already got kind of not yet,
Depending on angle,
but pretty
all
soon.
the female toys can be sexy depending on the angle, and that
Yeah.
post came.
Now look
up
at
right
this.
when I was
See, those
playing.
are unrealistic proportions for any male. I feel
Yeah.
offended.
Yeah. Now
Look at
this,
that. Look at that cod piece. I can't live up to that.
Look at those big arms. Nobody has arms like that.
Only Popeye can live up to that
Yeah.
standard.
this I want though. This is,
This
this
Put
is
put it away, Dave. Put it away.
this is an amazing take on Optimus Primal. I mean,
Yeah, these are all model kits, aren't they?
See, this
one's
is
Oh,
good.
I thought it was-
like Power of the
I
Prime.
actually thought that was. I actually thought it was going to be Predaking.
yeah, no, I agree with what you're saying there, Nate. I mean, I do get that Power of the Primes. I wish they had gone for a more stylized look for Power of the Primes, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Put down the Batgirl team in.
I'm
I'm telling you that
hoping.
if you pose a figure a certain type of way, all of them can be like sexy looking.
Well, that's kind of a one thing that I've been seeing on Twitter, right? Is that like the backlash of this is like, well, make the men sexy, and you have people
They
like
have giant cod pieces.
well, you have like Piod stuff. They like having like the IDW Megatron with his butt out. I mean, it's kind of like the same principle, right? It's like you're doing this in parody, but you're showing that it can be done.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the stuff I do with Revoltech Woody, stuff a lot of people do with Revoltech Woody. I mean, that's case in point. It's a children's character. It just so happens that it can make a creepy face, and everything is. Yeah, you shouldn't outright be upset with the way a figure's posed when that's not the entirety of what a figure is or capable of doing.
Ah,
What do you think about it too? It's a toy. People can need to get over it. There's more
Yeah.
things in real life. This is an escape for a lot of people. It's toys.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't
Yeah,
want
absolutely.
Windblade. But that Optimus is cool. That's a model kit too.
That is a model kit too.
I was just reading some of the backlash.
I'm
Yeah.
hip now.
Let me read one. Want blah. So they all say the same thing.
Yeah.
Is this a model kit? I don't know. Let me dig in.
Yeah. Now I believe
It's a model kit.
yeah.
I just have a source that said it's a model kit, so I think it's a model kit.
Yeah.
Thanks, Nate.
But yeah, I definitely want that Optimus Primal,
You're welcome.
and I will probably when it becomes available for pre-order, probably go through a certain retailer to
Whoa.
secure mine.
Barnes and Noble.
And then this
Nah,
Optimus. Yeah, I figured you'd be all in on that one.
Oh.
So I think that's all
Yeah,
we've
but
got for
I'm worried
Transformers.
about the paint.
Oh.
I gotta figure out how much paint I gotta paint on it.
Yeah. And with
None of you lazy.
Sean Love being behind. Actually, wait a minute. We have one more little nugget of Transformers news.
Yeah.
Remember the old Tiger Electronics handheld games?
I pre-ordered one of these.
Coming back this fall.
And it's sold out on Big Bad already.
Yeah.
I just pre-ordered it like before the show started.
I'm pretty excited for that. I just hope that the packaging is like the old crappy clams. Yeah, because that's how I would want it. I was talking to Lex about this earlier. I was like, I would need this thing in the old, you have to like take a can opener to get it open.
Yeah.
Clamshell packaging.
But I mean, these are retailing for about $16, and I think that's probably right in line. A little bit of nostalgia, a few extra bucks for that. All I can say is that any kid that picks this up nowadays that's thinking they're going to get something like amazing is they're going to toss this shit out the window. Like, what is this beeping and pooping shit?
Well, some grandparent is going to buy that for their kids.
I remember these. Put away the iPad, Billy.
Oh.
And I'll tell my son, back in my day, we used to have this on our watch.
God, those horrible LEDs.
Yeah. Be like, here you go. This is your whole Christmas.
Yeah, and it's Wi-Fi enabled. It can do anything it could do back in the day.
I shall be skipping them, as I have never really liked them.
There's a Sonic one, right?
Master Race.
I was gonna say, I'm actually. They're also making an X-Men one again.
A Sonic and an X-Men one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play it on my Switch. I'm gonna play Sonic on this.
Kevin, you say you hate them, but you pre-ordered like 6 of them. I know you did. Why are you getting so many, dude?
One for each room.
Yeah.
I imagine we'll see a haul in the DMV Action Figure Society. You'll have like three each.
And the caption in the bottom, fucking figure action.
One's going to be for his son.
So I can beat my own high scores.
He'll probably look at it.
Yeah, you know what's Sportimus? If I had, I would enjoy it too. All right, so don't you worry about me.
So Sportimus is saying you pre-ordered the Little Mermaid one.
I'm not confirming or denying.
The only games like that I liked were the ones made by Nintendo.
Sportimus, she has to get her voice back. I need to help her get her voice back. Okay.
All right, let's get into some really awesome Hasbro news. I think everybody universally is going to be excited.
Especially his tank that finally got to post a news story.
Right?
2 days later.
The website editors were like brushing off their keyboards. They were just so fucking excited.
Yeah, right. Like, there's new show stuff coming.
Boot up the servers, Billy.
So the long rumored G.I. Joe 6-inch line is real. The Classified series. So we get a look at Snake Eyes.
With Timber, no less.
With Timber, no less. This looks amazing.
It's not Bucky Cap, even if though it looks like it.
Yeah, I mean the abs kind of look similar, but man.
It's supposed to have a ball joint coming up from the crotch area into the ab section, so it'll be able to rock.
It looks like it can. The way that one picture is, I think it's sideways a little bit.
Wherever there's trouble, G.I. Joe is there.
No, let's not do that right now.
Joe.
That's an awkward kind of pose, if you should ask me. But at least there's butterfly joints. I mean, this guy looks.
Prepare to see that pose a lot right there.
Yeah, Dirty saying that Timber is not included.
How do you know? This might be the single release version.
Yeah.
And not the con exclusive.
You don't think the con exclusive would come with Timber?
It doesn't.
Timber
it
is
just
not
comes with a rack of weapons. Huh?
Timber's not included.
If you want to get, you can buy some good wolves.
Where the hell do you get them from?
If you can find an old Rampage, the movie toy set, there was a really good wolf to use for that.
Nate's actually, if you order this through Nate's shop, he's going to 3D print some wolves and send them out free with every figure.
I'll origami stuff together.
He's gonna hand carve out of wood. He'll upload a video to his channel, him just carving.
I might actually know a guy who could print out some wolves.
No, I want a Nate wood carved wolf.
You can find those things in the toy section.
Or Michael's
little
miniatures. They're everywhere, man.
I think Target's got them too, or Walmart.
Yeah, they do.
I thought these were official pictures. They just put a wolf with them, and he doesn't come with it.
It's a little misleading.
It's not. It does not come with timber. I can confirm.
So you're trying to say that this is the marketing department who cried wolf?
All right. See you, Dave.
Wait. You wouldn't. No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, but your stuttering means you believe I would. So, I mean, we've seen pictures of it, right? We've seen that it doesn't come with, we've heard that it doesn't come with a wolf. Now is the time, go out, buy a 1/12 scale wolf and just set it aside. Then you'll be good to go when it comes in.
Actually, if you really wanted to start buying a bunch of them and paint them.
Here we go. Timber, isn't that part of the official set?
No. I care less about timber, but just give me the snake eyes.
I want timber.
Oh god, and the thing with Snake Eyes is they can make so many versions of him. You got that one, you got the full jumpsuit one, you got the commando one. They'll get the one that glows in the dark as if he was affected by radiation. Still don't know how he survived that.
Cartoons.
What was worse, Combiner Wars repaints or Kenner Batman repaints? That's a discussion topic.
Kenner.
Does anybody see this and wish that it was like, I'm going to be the only one and y'all are going to just stare at me. But I see this and I'm thinking, I really want to shadow an interceptor from Final Fantasy VI. There you are. Y'all are staring at me. All right, move on.
Yeah, I don't remember those. I'd never played 6.
Write your local Play Art Sky representative.
Either way, this is going to be must owns. I might even have to drop the money and get the big deluxe one with all the goddamn weapons.
Yeah, I might even do that too, shockingly.
And so
it is rumored that if you do want the convention set, and Nate may even know something more than this, I have heard that Hasbro Pulse is going to get them very soon, like this weekend. I mean, by get them, I mean put up for pre-order.
I hope that's
Nate
true.
is so shocked.
Is anyone going to drop Marvel Legends?
Saturday.
There you go.
Is Nate frozen?
We'll find out.
I heard him talking.
No, seriously.
He said be ready for Saturday, which is what the date that I heard as well. Okay. Which makes sense. I mean, that sounds like what they would, the date they would do it. I do want the convention exclusive set too. I think it's worth it with those extra weapons, and then the display. The display makes it because it looks really good.
There he is.
So the box.
Is anyone going to quit Marvel Legends for G.I. Joe?
I mean, I never was officially in on Marvel Legends. So.
Yeah, nor was I.
Yeah.
In the comments.
I might end up selling Dave all my duplicates and just let him buy me out. And that's why they'll be duplicates.
I think the Ghostbuster stuff actually just went back up. Sportimus, I think you should check on that.
I mean, I'm officially becoming Hasbro's bitch right now. I mean, between that Lightning Collection and Legends, this is going to be pretty rough.
Becoming.
And the other thing too that we haven't seen yet, but we should probably, is the Hasbro Ghostbusters.
I should be safe from that.
Oh yeah, they teased that, didn't they? They teased the Ghost logo.
Yeah, so we know
we know it's coming.
Yeah,
I should be safe from that, and insert Morgan Freeman
voice of the movie or the actual animated series.
I think maybe everything. To be
Except
honest.
the female Ghostbusters, because they didn't sell.
I just want the Baroness. I hope they make the Baroness.
Yeah, they better.
If Baroness gets double jointed elbows, I swear I'll riot.
You know she will. And every Marvel Legends fan silently screamed into their pillows.
I'm angry at every piece of articulation they give to other lines.
Okay, dude, T-Man. Baron, you could imagine doing a photo shot of Baroness versus Black Widow.
That would be awesome. They should be coming out around the same time, probably.
See, this is my point, Kev. We
What
know.
you do, Kevin?
We know. And on
Speaking
top of
of
that, you're going to get those Tiger Electronics pieces too. 'cause
speaking
you
of wanting stuff, when we're talking about getting stuff, let's talk up to somebody who knows a thing or two. Wouldn't you say, guys?
All right, Nate. I know what you're
Hold on.
doing. I was trying to derail Dave.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You can't derail the master.
So I know what Dave wants to talk about, and the irony is when I wanted to talk about Leo Convoy, it was nobody cares. But I tell you what, I'll be the bigger man here.
I care.
So, okay, all right. Well, since Nate cares, I know Dave really wants to talk about these AEW figures.
Actually, I do. I mean, I wasn't like jonesing, but yeah. I am a huge wrestling fan.
Now, when you say that, do you mean you mean sumo, huge wrestling, or do you mean like you're just big in the fandom?
I have been a wrestling fan since I was 8 years old, and of course, I have fallen out of love with WWE, and then AEW has come out and completely rekindled my love for everything about wrestling. And then last night, right before the most epic goddamn cage match ever, they on their own show did a nice little 5-minute promotion of their own figures, which I thought was pretty cool. And Jazzwares is doing it. So
Now, is the AEW ring really this small?
no.
That's
No.
one of the cheap $10 rings you can buy real quick for your kids to set them
In
up.
fact, AEW last night did their first cage match, and their cage is about a third larger than a WWE cage. And goddamn, Cody Rhodes did a moonsault off the top of it last night. Oh god, it was so beautiful.
I say that looks like a more appropriate size for a ring. However, I don't think those are 1/12 scale figures.
No,
They
it's
put the scale on there.
those should be about the same size as the Fortnite figures. I mean, look at the articulation. You got double jointed elbows. You've got that torso crunch.
Some people are hoping they're 7-inch, but I doubt it.
Nah, I mean,
I wonder if they have interchangeable hands, because this dude here looks like all he's going to be doing is a lot of poking.
well, that's what Kenny Omega, that's his big thing. He when he comes out, he was originally part of the Bullet Club, so he would always come out and his pose is to be doing the bang, and right before just his finishing move, he'll be doing the trigger.
They had to come with hands because you see all them accessories Fortnite people come with, and these guys don't even have to come with weapons unless they come with fold-up chairs and whatnot.
Now, they had like real working folding chairs. That would actually be pretty sweet.
You can buy those on Amazon.
Really?
Yeah, they got 1/12. I've been looking at those 1/12 scale furniture.
Well, Creepy Woody, you're getting a new accessory.
I'll find a link.
But Jazzwares did a great job of the facial sculpts. The reason why Cody Rhodes has the hammer is on the very first AEW match, Cody came out with a sledgehammer, kind of alluding to Triple H, and he took that Triple H and he smashed the throne that Triple H would normally be on. So that was a shots fired moment. And Jericho is currently Le Champion, and he is hamming it up like nobody's business. Those two guys on the side, those are the Young Bucks, who are two of the best high flyers in the biz, and the guy with the bullet finger says Kenny Omega, who is he's actually one of the biggest video game nerds you'll ever find. Fun fact:
bigger than Xavier Woods.
Yes, actually, Xavier Woods and the New Day met the Young Bucks and their crew at a video game tournament, and Kenny Omega was officiating the official Capcom Street Fighter tournament. Kenny Omega actually, in a Japan commercial, is the live-action version of Cody, and T.J. Duckett got to play Omega one time in Street Fighter 4, and he recorded the fight. So I'm probably going to get at least Omega, probably maybe Jericho and Cody.
I'm getting Cody. I don't even watch wrestling.
So
Other than Jericho, I don't know who any of these people are.
a lot of these guys were in.
You know Cody Rhodes?
A lot of these guys were big in New Japan and Ring of Honor, and the whole idea is they're pretty much breaking Vince McMahon's monopoly on wrestling, and they're doing a good job with it.
So they're doing what ECW was trying to do, but failed at.
Kind of. They've had some brutal, hardcore matches. Most wrestling fans know that it's faked, by the way. It's just we're having fun being part of the story, if that makes sense.
And the way they do the moves and whatnot.
Like I said, again, just Google Cody Rhodes steel cage and you see that moonsault, you can't fake doing a backflip 12 stories off down. So
what's the somebody said I sound like him. It's a black wrestler. I forget what his name.
Ron Simmons.
Wait,
Mark
what was
Henry,
the first
Sexual
name?
Chocolate?
I knew you were going to say that.
Keith Lee.
No, I forgot what his name. So I might have to look it up. But I listened to it. I was like, I don't sound like him. He talks like Ric Flair. Sometimes him and Ric Flair was like he might be on WWE now because I know him and Ric Flair know each other.
No, it was he's in Ring of Honor. Black Machismo.
What?
Let me look it up.
I'm blanking on his name. I know exactly. Okay, let's move on to the next topic, and I'll find it for you. We're not a wrestling podcast.
I did have a question. I just want to have a quick question. That Cody Rhodes, that's Dusty Rhodes' son, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Goldust, brother. He even dressed like Goldust for a while. But Jay Lethal was who I was talking about.
Yep, Jay Lethal. Yeah.
I listened to it. I was like, I don't sound like that.
All right. So moving on. Let's see, where are we? One more topic here. We unfortunately don't have pictures. This is something we will probably see at Toy Fair. And Matt, I'm sure you probably have some excitement. T, you probably have some excitement for this. But we
should have pictures. They show pictures, but we didn't put a link in the thing.
No.
Oh, Ida, that's new.
Oh crap! They're on Amazon.
Oh, the pictures are on Amazon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right then. If you got it up, I'll let you share it out.
I can't.
But no, you've got basically three companies now kind of vying for the My Hero fandom between the stateside McFarlane and the import with the Figma and the Amazing Yamaguchi.
Oh, here we go.
I think with the I think Flush said it best, where everybody wins. If you're a My Hero fan, if you want to spend $20 and find them in Target or GameStop, you're covered. If you want to spend $60 and wait for an import, you're covered. I mean, there's no real loser here except whatever gave Uraraka that look on her face. That's the only thing, that she's got this very haunted look that troubled childhood, or maybe heard some kind of like ghost story or something. Anyway, she's got some issues.
The guy with the
these
mask.
things look pretty good. Go ahead.
People complain about him more than her.
Who's that, Todoroki?
Yeah, they said he looks weird.
So I don't think he looks weird. I'm questioning
him,
why he has trigger fingers. Why does he have trigger hands? He doesn't.
Probably for the.
Not him, the one with the rock arms.
Oh, Kirishima.
Yeah, they say his face looks weird.
It does. It looks a little weird, and that's because of the hairline, I think. So he's got the way his helmet's designed. The figure itself is going to have a removable front chunk of his hair, just kind of almost like Figure Arts does, and have it replaced with the face mask with the chunk back in. So because of that, his hair is a little floating. So, but I give him credit here because they give him his powered down arms, and they give him a whole other set of powered up Rocky arms for his quirk. So you get something for your money here with these, especially at a $20 price point. There's not a whole hell of a lot of room for complaint, I think.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, and then Figma released prototypes of Uraraka and Todoroki and Kirishima as well. So it's the same characters that we're getting through Figma. In fact, just this morning I saw a fully painted Todoroki prototype, which I don't have pictures of. You can imagine what it looks like in your brain. But lots of good stuff. I mean, personally, I'm going to probably choose between the Figma and the Amazing Yamaguchi. I'm definitely getting the All Might. But these guys, they're good, man. Like, it's a good show. If you're into the show, then these are definitely something to look into. But they're McFarlane, so there's a couple of quality issues here and there. There's some sketchy paint, stuff to live with.
Yeah. I hope they fixed it with this wave. With all the bitching we were doing with the first wave.
And you even went back and realized that you liked your figures better than you thought so before. So
once I started messing with them again, Bakugo and Deku, they were way better later than when I first opened them.
I think the thing about McFarlane that I've been thinking that I don't collect any of this stuff. Like I think I just have like the one off with the Doom Marine, but they're at least listening to fan feedback. And I mean, hopefully over time they improve because I think they see where competition is, and they're definitely in terms of pricing giving some of the Japanese companies a run for their money. And I think that they're, even though scale is kind of an issue with the DC stuff, I think that they kind of hit the ground running with the sculpts and the presentation on their first DC offerings. I mean, they definitely have shelf presence when I see them in Target.
The size.
And that's the thing. Good.
For the size they are, the plastic quality, the amount of articulation, you're getting a lot for $20.
Right. And then the thing about these guys is, Todoroki aside, everyone else is fairly complicated. Like, these are not simple designs to recreate. These costumes are pretty outlandish, even for superheroes on some of these. But it's a company that's come a long way from their origins. They thought that the community wanted slightly posable statues, and that's not. Like you said, they've listened, they've adapted, they've given us sort of the articulation closer to what we want than what they thought we wanted them was totally wrong.
Well, when you say they, it really boils down to Todd McFarlane himself.
Yes.
Yeah, I think when he made those figures, he was remembering Kenner Star Wars figures having 5 POA, and he's like, "Oh, kids like that."
Yeah. Well, I think it comes down to his personal preferences. I think he liked the statues.
He's listening, so we'll give him credit.
All right. Well, I think that does it for news. But let's get to a discussion, and really want to talk about Nate's new venture into opening up a toy shop. So Nate, what inspired you to get into the selling game?
Well, you guys know I've been selling stuff for the last 2 years on and off. But I used to own my own comic shop a long time ago. So by doing that, it was before the comic business pretty much died.
Yeah.
It all went digital. So people just don't go to comic shops hardly ever anymore. So I ended up shutting down business. And then over the last 3 months, ended up realizing, that, there's a little bit of money to be made in this market as a toy business seller. And especially when I can go help out people with my business. So I opened up the shop. I think it was officially, everybody knew I was going to do it last week, but I officially made it on Tuesday of this week. Put it up So it's called Nate's Toys and Collectibles. It's on Facebook. Some people were having problems because they didn't know who I was on that page versus my name. So I had to go put my members, team members, Nathan Simmons. So that way people knew who, put face to a name kind of for the business. But I'm going to kind of carry a little bit of everything. I mean, literally, if you go on the page today, you're going to see things from Hot Toys to Mezco to Marvel Legends, putting up Figwarts tomorrow. We're going to do Revotech. And it's just me. I'm the only person doing it. So it's a lot of work. A lot of people don't understand the background that has to go into building a business and keeping an actual business running. So, and the way it works is, I have an affiliate, program with several retailers, both in the States and overseas now. Been kind of doing that for a while. You guys know that, especially Transformers wise, stuff I was getting in, that, these partnerships are good. And if I can use those for other people's benefit, I'm going to do it. I mean, Jordan's already got a couple things from me already.
Oh yeah.
So,
Did the Facebook
I think everybody
waffles, did the Facebook waffles influence you?
A little bit. After you think about it, I spent like $20 on a waffle and I could resell for $140, $150. I'm like, instead of spending money on a waffle, why don't I just make the real money? So off the figures. But everybody, pretty much on this podcast, everybody has bought something from me at one point, or I've sent you something, like Dave, I've sent you stuff, several times. Mm-hmm. But that's kind of the catch-22 is so Nightwing, there is a Facebook link. So Jordan, do you have the link to it?
I have the link, and I'm going to put it in our show description. Yep, yeah. I'm working on it right now, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, so check back in the show, but you can also just do a search for Nate's Toys and Collectibles and give it a like on Facebook, and that'll take you right to the storefront.
I think
it's got a beautiful store logo. Absolutely.
And
all electronics.
There we go. It's in the chat too.
Yeah. So I did want to say thank you, Dave, for helping me out with the logo. And we will have rotating logos as well. Because there's been 5 of it. I've had other people say they want to build logos too. So, but we're going to keep them for a while. It's just, because I do want to say thank you to everybody because, everybody got to know me because of my YouTube channel. And that's what really launched everything. Me and T go way back, because of the syndicate. So that really started a lot of things, but I did
put a pre-order in for a Black Widow.
Huh?
Did you get my pre-order for the Black Widow?
Yes, I already did. But that is the catch-22. Is like, we carry a little bit of everything. So if you're looking for something, whether it's Transformers, Marvel Legends, anything Marvel, DC. I just put in an order for a ton of Mafex stuff this afternoon from Batman, from the Hush series. So
I gotta say,
just let me know.
Hands down, you've got the best prices on 330 out there. Period. So
nobody gonna beat my prices on those.
Really, nobody is gonna beat Nate's prices on 30 products. Like, so if you're interested in any of the Bumblebee movie stuff, definitely go check him out.
And if you want a Blitzwing, you better hurry up because they're selling out everywhere now.
Yeah, that
Bumblebee
is
actually sold out today off of Entertainment Earth.
And I don't see that Prime lasting too long. I think that the hype for that one, because he was supposed to be out in December. And
so Prime got delayed because of the factory problems that we had overseas. So what happened was there was a bunch of retailers that got the first initial batch of them, and they sent them out. And then everybody else that was on the second batch of ordering were kind of on hold. So luckily, my batch is going to be coming in soon before the hold happened. So Jordan got one, and then I've got some other people that ordered it. Mine's actually right there. So I'm gonna go play with that later today, so to speak. And just to let everybody know too, the way the payments work is, if it says in stock in a week, that's because I don't have a warehouse, in my house. My garage is going to be pretty much full of stuff too, but I order it and I have it usually directly shipped to you, or if it's a multiple pieces, it comes to the house here first, then I mail it to you. If it says in stock in a week, then that means I need payment pretty much ASAP on it, and I can work with you if you need help on it. Pre-orders, unless I put a deposit required on it, I can work with you on those. And especially like for stuff that's like 6 months out. Hot toys, everybody knows that could be a year out, so, but some of those do require deposits on hot toys. So like I said, I'm easy to work with. Everybody knows me. I'm here to get you guys the best deals, of course, while making a little bit of money in my own pocket.
And
Are you
also,
gonna have Flame Stories model kits?
I will. Yep. Once the new ones gets put into where I can upload them, I will. I know, like I said, I know Rodimus, the Beast Wars, Optimus Primal, and the RC. Once they give me quota, I can throw those up. But if there's something that you're wanting to find that you don't see on it, message me too. Might be something I can get.
That G1 Optimus model kit. I'm really interested in that.
Okay, then we can work it out.
Actually, I forgot I'm interested in that one too, because that looks better than the Rebel Tech, to be honest.
That kit looks really good, but I might have to send it to Sean to fix for the paint wise. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of like I said, we get a little bit of everything. And that includes import stuff too. Mafex, Revoltech, you name it, Chigokin stuff. I mean, I've got some Solar Chigokin stuff out there already. Metal builds. So if you're a Gundam guy or if you like certain metal build pieces, I can get those too.
To vouch for Nate. Nate was already, before even doing the store, already compiling lists for people. Like, even if you didn't even ask him about a list, he was making a list so he can know what you want and know what he has to get for you. So he's definitely going to be doing good with this store.
And I run everything through a database. It's just easier for me to keep track. That's why I'll ask, like, if you go to, if there's something you want, put a comment inside of that, on that item that you want. That way it helps me track it.
Awesome.
Just say one please or something,
I mean, this is, I am envious of you, to be honest. It's something a while ago I'd considered, and it's awesome seeing you putting through this. Anything that we can do to help, we'd love to.
Sharing his link on our like page.
Absolutely.
We already did that about 8 minutes ago.
I mean, I think I speak for everyone else here when we wish you the utmost success for this. We all have faith in you on this, and you're an awesome guy. And this is going to be a boon a blessing to the fandom. So thank you, Nate.
I appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, it's definitely really awesome to see. My biggest question is what's it like having all that stock, man, of just like knowing there's so much awesomeness just sitting there.
You don't get high on your own supply.
Well, Nate's got the reputation of being the syndicate Santa, so I know, you've already had stuff come through that, had to go to others. But, if I had all that 3-0 stuff just sitting there, I'd be like, oh, man.
I know. I have to call it 4-0 because you had an extra.
Yeah, I will say this though about it is like once you have this amount of stuff, it really doesn't affect you anymore.
True.
I mean, it's like the things I get excited for, like the Dairuger, the Soldier Goken Dairuger. I was super excited to get that because that meant something to me. Like people keep asking me to do a collection video of my house or my room. I really don't have a whole lot. I don't keep a lot. Most of the stuff I get's for other people, or I'm reselling it, Like my Transformers collection is one shelf, pretty much, and that's it. But I collect a little bit of everything. You guys know that. But yeah, I mean, I'm having fun. you know what, and I want to be able to help out people. That's what I've always been about, and you guys know.
Yeah, that's and also too, I think T and I can definitely vouch for your shipping. Like,
Oh yeah, me too.
bullet, you know, was it TF Source or BBTS used to advertise bulletproof shipping? One of the two. I know they stopped doing it.
Used to,
Yeah. And I remember the first few times I ordered from BBTS, I was like, that's a crock of shit. This is. I mean, it's packed well, and they use that awesome bubble wrap. But I remember the first time I got a package from Nate, I was like, good Lord, this could have stopped Superman himself.
Yeah, you could drop an MP44 down the steps.
So if you've
Just
got a rowdy postal person, that is not stopping Nate.
Yeah, I don't care. I pack that so where if something happens at Armageddon can go through it, you can still have it after the Armageddon.
Yeah. I do the TJ Duck method after and I know T can vouch for my packing. Actually, I think yeah, I mean I know you can vouch for mine as well. But I had one guy who like lit me up on TFW over some RID Warrior class figures I was just offloading, and was like really trying to tarnish my reputation. And I was like, after that, I just did what TJ did, where I don't do it, for everything. But when I'm selling to somebody I don't know, I would just like take a quick picture of it. Kind of pro tip for anybody out in the chat or watching. I just recommend if you're selling to somebody in a group, just take a quick picture of it. So if they ever come back and say, hey, this was damaged, you're like, not when I sent it out.
Yeah. I sent out I think it was about 100 Transformer Prime figures over the last month that I had in the collection to people that needed them. And out of all of them, I only had one box get messed up, and that was because of USPS, not because of me. And they had actually broke two of them. So I just refunded the guy the two figures that got broken, even though it wasn't my fault. I'm like, dude, sorry, there ain't nothing I can do, but here you go.
They must have stomped on it on purpose.
Did you send them?
It looked like a damn soccer ball being kicked through the warehouse.
Because like with priority, I've always been able to get them to give me a refund or a partial refund, through their insurance claims. That was yeah. I forget who told me.
$55, I think.
Yeah, because that was the irony, right? When that guy was like, oh, these Warrior class figures, they're all messed up. And I was like, all right. So I gave him a partial refund, and I got $50 back from USPS. So I ended up actually making more money in the long run.
So there is some things I will be getting, just as a heads up. So Nightwing asked about Eagle Moss Star Trek. I can get that, but that's a hard sell on some of that stuff. Lightning Collection, Black Series, G.I. Joe, I will have all that.
Cool.
Yeah. And some of it I might have within 2 months. That's all I want to say.
The Eagle Moss stuff, though, I think for anybody looking to get that, isn't the subscription service probably the yeah.
Yeah, I can't really get a discount on that one too much because I mean that's proprietary to them.
Yeah, though I do have to say, if I had space for it, that DeLorean, oh my God. Yeah, that thing is crazy. Ecto 1 looks awesome too. I've been living vicariously through T2RX6. He's building it as he gets the pieces. So check out his YouTube channel as well.
What's that other company where it's already made?
That is Eagle Moss. They're selling it already made, but it's like
it's Eagle Moss.
Yeah, it's just like you pay a huge price. Yeah. And then like the cool thing is, if you do the subscription service, you're just basically paying for like a magazine subscription. It's still expensive, but it's more digestible.
Yeah, it's spaced out.
Yeah, but you're getting books with it, so I don't know. I just kind of like think of like those old Zoo Books commercials with the the kids like excited as shit to run to the mailbox, and you're like, yeah,
highlights.
Yeah. I got Ecto 1's headlight. I don't had the piece to pop it on yet, so I'm gonna put it in my little bin. But I can at least read about like what Bill Murray thought about the Ecto-1 this week.
I know I'm in the subscription service for my Cross VF1J or VF1S, and it's a 120 scale. That thing's going to be freaking a monster.
Wow.
But it's going to take 3 years to get it built.
And it still transforms and everything.
No, it is not.
Oh shit!
It is just a little Gerwalk mode of one. So. Of course you did, Kevin. You got everything.
We know.
We don't. I want to see where he puts it when he gets it.
Yeah, Kev, you cannot keep that in your attic.
You got to show that off, man.
Yeah, that is a crime. There needs to be a video on the DMV Action Figure Society when that thing's in the house.
We can soapbox derby race those things down the hill too. I mean,
well, yeah, I got it.
We can fly Dave. We'll get like one of those plane ticket getaway deals. We'll fly him in, and then we can race the Ecto-1, the DeLorean, and Dave on his Captain America shield down the hill.
I'll borrow yours.
You know what? That might even be worth the price of admission. Just to it's like here's my excuse to buy the metal one. Yes.
Yeah, Dave, careful what you have Jordan promise there. He might just go in on it.
Hang on for dear life. I can see it now. I hate you.
I hate you, mother.
I hate you guys.
I hate you guys. Hold on. Okay, at least get some lithium grease on that thing. Might give me a little better run.
And the thing is, you just hear the Ecto-1 siren, then wah, wah, and Kev's having second thoughts. He's like, I ain't racing these, and you just see Dave going no down the hill.
Nah, Kevin never showed up because he couldn't find the boxes.
He wouldn't bring them out of the house.
I'll just we'll use the Dave and Buster's Ecto-1 that I got.
Is that metal?
Yeah, it's like one of those. I think Jada toys.
Yeah, the Walmart sells.
Yeah,
well, it's everywhere.
I can see it now. Hi, I'm Dave Lutwack, and this is the Captain America weathering process.
I just want to hear him say "Cowabunga" dude while he's going down a hill.
Well, the worst part is we got to charge because everyone's gonna want it's gonna look so awesome. Everyone's gonna want their shields weathered that way. I'll be like, fuck, I gotta do 5 more.
Better be charging for that.
It would be Davical. The hell?
I know, Kev. We just have to give you a hard time because it's we give everyone we love on the show a hard time.
Yeah, but you did bring it out, Kevin. But how long did you take searching for it, my man? Were you looking for that thing for half a day? Was it buried?
I didn't say anything bad. I wasn't supposed to say anything bad about Kevin for a week.
I don't think you have. No.
You better not.
Actually, it would make sense to keep the Hawkbuster out because then you can ride in the HOV lane. That thing is huge.
Let's get yourself a couple NECA turtles.
It's not even small child huge. It's large child huge.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're getting close to 11 our time. Anybody in the chat? Anybody have anything else you want to know about Nate's shop? Again, make sure you go and check it out on the Facebook groups, Nate's Toys and Collectibles. And Nate, I just have to say thank you again for coming out here and talking with us tonight and hanging out with us. And I'm really looking forward to I'm looking forward to getting my Prime. But I'm looking forward to seeing what you bring to the table because it's that's the thing is we had a lot of Facebook sellers in the past and some folks just couldn't handle it. I know East Coast Toys is still there, but he's kind of shrunk. We used to have ENP Manolo, Family Life kind of took him out of it.
One of my big suppliers, Toy Ninja, he shut down. He's stressed out.
So
they only did Transformers too.
Oh yeah.
you know.
I love that we're sitting here like, let's just rattle off all these other shops that crashed and burned because the stress got to them. But Nate, you'll do fine. Like, no big deal, brother. You got this.
Nate has nerves of
And
steel.
yes, I will be doing Transformers too.
I think it's like if you do the third party stuff, that's where you'll drive yourself nuts.
See, that's why you have to really specialize in like the areas you're going to do it.
Yeah.
Like Hasbro, that stuff's easy to do. You know, those are waves. You just order a case. Third party, you can go nuts between fans toys, make toys, and everything. So if I do anything, probably it's going to be Masterpiece and Legend stuff, but it's not going to be every company. I will tell you that there's no way I can keep up with that amount of companies and then all the other stuff.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I would just say if you were to do any two third party companies, I would say MMC and but even then, MMC might be a tough one because I don't think, you know, I used to do quite a bit of business with GCI, and he never really could get any breaks on MMC. Like their prices were their prices.
Not to mention MMC has not been.
The only breaks I get is.
Good.
I was going to say I can get breaks with fans toys and make toys. That's about it. Everybody else don't play.
Like,
Toy World don't play.
Make toys too. Like they're not as prolific as they used to be. Like a lot of these companies are starting to fade a little bit. It's tough to see.
It depends. I mean, Zero gets breaks from Make Toys all the time.
From Make Toys all the time?
You get breaks from them. I mean,
I think universally. No, I think universally there was bad QC on those Star Screams. Like Deluxe won't even open his. He's afraid it's going to fall apart. And I said, no, you should open it because if it does fall apart, you get it replaced while you can.
You replace it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
and I still feel bad about that because I was the one who sent it to you.
No, it's fine. It was all good. And finally at TFCon this past year, I was actually able to return the broken one to Brandon.
Yeah, Nate, you didn't build the damn thing. What you did wrong.
Yeah, but usually I'm pretty good about opening things to make sure they're okay before they come to you guys. But being in a blister package like that, I should have just opened it. So
yeah, it's all good.
It's like the prima nocta of action figures.
Let Deluxe keep that boxed up, and when he sells it, let the other person learn whether it's broken.
No, when he sells it, he'll just play like the clip of like Galvatron shooting Starscream. His parts pour out. All right.
Anyone else attempt to feel this?
All right. Well, I think we've gone on long enough, so let's get some where you ats and call it a night. Starting off with Dave. Dave, where can people find your amazing photography at?
You can find it at Instagram at True Star Screamer. Still having fun with this new photo booth. Still working with the LEDs, so yeah, it's going to be some good times popping up. As I said, the game has leveled up. Please give me some likes, give me some comments, give me some criticisms. Hell, give me some requests. I got a collection of so much damn shit here. I don't even know what I want to photograph sometimes. If you guys want to see stuff, let me know.
The pile. Photograph the pile.
On the no.
All right.
And of course, every Thursday, fine gentlemen here.
Yeah. Do a video. Do like a B-side, or just like what should Dave open next? And hey, you can rip off Dan Larson, do Dave in the photo booth.
Yeah.
All right. When he's not forming parts, where can
it's late in the show? I'll forgive that.
Yeah.
Dr. Frankenstein, what are you doing? I'm forming the parts.
Matt, where can these fine folks find you at?
You can find me on my Instagram at the same name as Parts Former. That's my cool internet name. And you can find me on this show. Anywhere else, Xbox Live and PS4 sometimes. But I'm here with these guys because I want to be, and I'm not sleepy at all.
You're sleepy. I don't know how to use Google, and I think he might be Googling himself right now.
Yeah, well, I can see both his hands. I don't think he is.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. T-Man, how do folks find you out there?
You Google T-Man 978 with no dashes and no spaces, or you can find me on my channel. That should hopefully be at.
And the M is capitalized. The M is always capitalized.
Yeah, the T and the M are capitalized. The other two are lowercase.
And if you're Terrence Howard, there is no Y in there.
Yeah,
There's no Y or E.
Hopefully, I'll be hitting that milestone before the end of the month.
Probably next few days.
Good luck to you.
Yeah. Good. And yeah, again, good luck to T-Man. He is on the cusp of hitting 15,000 subscribers. So if you're not already subscribed to T-Man, don't be like Dave. Give him give him a subscription. Check out his content. And like he tells you at the end of every video, click the videos. Does some awesome toy hunts and reviews, a little bit of everything.
In fact, every order from Nate Simmons' new shop comes with a free subscription to T-Man's YouTube channel.
That's
All you
true.
got to do is go sign up.
Well, not just his channel, my channel too.
You got to sign up.
Well, I thought that was a given, man. You should be giving out cards with your orders for that.
And Nate, for the folks out there who might not know, you have a YouTube channel. Now, some folks may just know you from our audience and the syndicate. Where can folks find you at?
I am Nathan Simmons. Just put that in their search bar on YouTube, and you'll find two people. You'll find a pastor, and then you'll find me. I am not the pastor. So
the pastor also says, "All right," at the beginning of his videos, which makes it a little confusing.
I always put Nathan Simmons toy hunt. And then I find the real Nathan Simmons.
And I do want to thank everybody. We just went over 2,000 subscribers on my channel. So thank you, everybody, for that.
Very nice.
Awesome.
So you can also find me at Nathan_S82 on Instagram. And, of course, my new store, Nate's Toys and Collectibles on Facebook.
All right. As for me, you can find me here every Thursday night at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time with these fine gentlemen. Nate's normally in the chat, so we can include him on that. And the recently emancipated, fantabulously Joe Crab, he's normally here. You can also find me on Instagram as Extra Zero. You can find me on Twitter as at the Original Zero, PlayStation Network and Xbox Live as Extra Zero. I actually started playing PlayStation again last night. I've been playing Dreams and I've been playing Vanquish. And shout out to Nightwing and him. He just dropped Nate a sub. So thank you very much. And of course, you can also find me on the Facebook groups as James Jordan. Well, that's going to do it for tonight. It's been awesome being here. It's been awesome having all of you and talking to everybody. We'll see you again. Same figure action place, same figure action time next Thursday. Everybody have a good one.
I'm going to play James in a half hour.